Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a German phrase that can be a real head scratcher at first, but I promise, once you get the hang of it, you'll start hearing it absolutely everywhere. By the end of this, you'll be using was für ein like you've been doing it for years. So picture this. You walk into a store, you need a new coat, but not just any coat. The salesperson comes up and asks you this simple question to help you find the perfect one. It's a question we ask all the time in English, right? Now, you could try to translate that word for word from English, but German has its own special and frankly much cooler way to ask about the type or kind of something. Think of it like a secret key to sounding way more natural. All right, let's get into it and break this thing down. At its heart, the phrase is pretty straightforward. But, this is German we're talking about, so the real trick is in those little word endings. So, was für ein literally translates to something like what for a, which sounds a little weird, doesn't it? But what it really means is what kind of or what sort of. This is your go-to phrase anytime you want to get more specific about a noun. Okay, so here's the trick. The was for part, that's your rock. It never ever changes. But that little word ein that comes after it? That word is a chameleon. It has to change its outfit to match the gender and case of the noun you're talking about. For today, we're going to focus on just one situation. The accusative case. And please, don't let that grammar term scare you. It's just a fancy word for the direct object in a sentence. The thing you're buying or looking for or needing. You're going to use this one constantly. And here it is, your cheat sheet. For masculine nouns, ein becomes einen. For feminine, it's eine. For neuter, it just stays ein. And for plural nouns, well, that one's got a little twist, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay, let's put this into practice, starting with the masculine nouns, our der words. Just remember, in the accusative case, that key ending you're listening for is in. See it in action? Mantel, the coat, is a masculine noun, and it's the direct object. It's the thing you want. So the phrase has to be was für einen. That little en on the end is everything. And check out the answer. The response just mirrors the grammar of the question perfectly. You don't just say dark, you say einen dunklen, keeping that same masculine accusative ending. It's so neat how that works. All right, masculine is down. Let's move on to feminine nouns, the die words. And trust me, this one's even easier. The noun hose for trousers is feminine. So what do? We just pop an e onto the end of ein. That's it. It becomes was für eine. Simple as that. And for our third gender, we have neuter, the das words. And I've got some great news for you. This is the easiest one of them all in the accusative case. For a neuter noun like Kleid or dress, you do absolutely nothing to the ending. It just stays in its basic form, was für ein. How great is that? And again, look how the answer just reflects the question. You're looking for ein Kleid, so the answer is ein schickes, a chic one. The grammar just stays perfectly consistent. Okay, now for the plural, which has a fun little trick up its sleeve. Instead of adding and ending like we've been doing, we're actually going to take something away. It's actually super simple when you see it like this. When you're asking about a plural noun like Schuhe for shoes, you just get rid of the word ein completely. The phrase becomes simply was für? And the answer follows the exact same logic. No article in the question means no article in the short answer. You just say the adjective and the noun, bunte Schuhe. Okay, so we've nailed down the rules. Now let's see how this all sounds when it's just flowing in a natural, real-life conversation, not just when you're shopping for clothes. So imagine a friend says they're going on a trip. Well, Reise, the word for trip, is feminine. So you can ask, was für eine Reise? And they might say, oh, it's a business trip, a group trip, an adventure trip. You can see just how versatile this is for getting details. And here is a fantastic conversational shortcut. If someone says, I need a skirt, which is einen Rock in German, you don't have to repeat the whole noun. You can just ask, was für einen, to get more details. It's fast, it's efficient, and it sounds really, really natural. So we've covered a lot of ground. Let's just boil it all down into a simple, memorable little process you can use every single time. It really just comes down to a quick 3-step mental checklist. First, know your noun's gender. Is it masculine, feminine, or neuter? Second, Check the case. Are you asking about something someone wants or needs? If so, you're in the accusative. And third, just apply that ending. Einen, eine, ein, or, for plurals, nothing at all. That's the whole game. You have just unlocked a huge piece of everyday German conversation by getting the accusative case with was für ein. But what if the situation changes? What if you're not asking what someone wants, but you're giving a recommendation to someone? Well, that, my friends, involves a whole new case and a whole new set of endings. But we'll have to save that for next time.